Quick introduction, my name is Stanley Tan. I'm not a co-founder, I'm a salaried employee of a bank. But I do head up sales for the multinational corporates for the transaction bank at DBS. So our marketing team is very edgy, and they've put together what they call the API brain. Essentially, it's various use cases, as Dan alluded to. We have about 180 corporate APIs that are live, about 300 live cases across Asia where we have deployed these APIs. And the brain, because they don't trust me as much, is the library of these use cases. We're going to go through a little bit of how we actually engage on this process, and then walk through a live example as we advertised on a B2B marketplace of how these APIs work. So, how the bank is probably a little different. So there was an earlier question about how do we start with APIs? And frankly, the problem is, what do we want to solve? What's the problem? And for us, we have a very well-defined framework that got rolled out throughout the entire bank about how we co-create. So it's not our digital solution that at the end of the line, you guys may come and then choose a bank. If we're at that stage, we're too late, game over for us. For us, is upfront, how do we co-create a solution? How do we do a 4D process, discover what the problem is, what's the job to be done, define it, get to a minimum viable product, the MVP, develop and then deliver it. So like I said, I'm not a co-founder, but we pretty much operate like a fintech with the added security and governance of a very well-regulated entity. So why do we care? A lot of the API suite that we rolled out, again, lovely marketing folks, they call it real-time APIs at DBS. You put it together, that becomes RAPID. It's all about digitization, a new workflow, a new customer engagement model. And in the example that we've talked about, we have in Asia a commodities trading company which actually said, look, everything's going online, right? E-commerce, mobile first, online world, that's the world we live in. I actually want to source and buy from my small metal traders online. And as we all know, in today's day and age, with trade, or I guess in the trade world, there isn't a lot of trust. So there's a question then, how do I operate this marketplace? If I have a small metal seller, a big metal buyer, how do I get that trust in? You could go to a bank, you could get a traditional trade instrument, but that's old school. We've built out these API libraries, and in our co-discovery, co-creation process, we were able to package together various APIs that made sense. So in this case, let me just take you, like I said, this is the library, of which there are much more. I'm going to jump into the e-commerce one, and this is actually the online top-up and withdrawal from, in this case, a B2B marketplace, but it could be a B2B, B2C marketplace. Without going through and going through all the details, essentially, I'm a seller, I fund my account, I'm a buyer, I can see that the funds have entered the account, I can also fund my account. So on this platform now, using APIs, our client, which is the marketplace in this case, can show a seller account with funds that someone has sent in, a buyer account with with funds that we can verify, and then both parties can say, let's transact. I pay you, the funds get instantly settled, and the goods get released. So that's the power of APIs. MT942s, even if you do 5-minute batch runs, can't get you this stuff. So a quick example from the e-commerce world about how you can actually do buyer, seller, marketplace. And the three APIs, to call out. There's an instant payment API. There's also an API where we call inward credit notification, a bit of a technical language, but it basically means my funds have come in, the bank has confirmed that via an API, and it shows up on my, in this case, marketplace or e-portal or statement. Everyone can see it, great. And then there's an account inquiry API. If I'm a buyer or seller, I just want to know how much money have I funded in my wallet. So that's, in a nutshell, a quick example of a live e-marketplace in an emerging market in Asia, which went from cash transactions, lots of phone calls, not even emails sometimes, to an online marketplace that's live. As I mentioned, the top-ups, and ultimately, what this means for you, if you're looking to go online, if you're looking for the power of instant, that's the library of APIs that we have available. I'm going to incur Dan's wrath and go off script a little bit. Can I have a volunteer?
This could involve some money. All right, you need me, Stanley. I'll do it if nobody is going to do it.
All right. It's going to involve my money, so...
Oh, that's better.
I'm going to see if this connects. And if it doesn't, then I save 7 cents. So, no, I'm done. Nope. Oh, there you go.
There we
Okay.
go.
So look, like I said, we are fintech in a shell, right? This is an app available on iTunes, App Store, usual stuff. It's basically a QR generator. And in Asia, there are instant payment networks that now you can embed, right? If I'm collecting something, I don't have to do it in cash. I'm a delivery guy. I go to someone and I say, okay, I'm going to generate a QR, right? Delivering goods. Tell me how much. Okay, Dan, I'm going to do it just for you. For Dan, it's auspicious number, and then we go EF, right? We test. So if I'm creating a good delivery, I can actually create a live QR code here, and I'm going to get Dan to come and operate my eWallet.
I got to get my QR reader, right? So
I'm giving you my wallet, which actually has money, so please be
okay. What am I supposed to do now?
Scan this.
So I got to get my QR reader, huh?
No, use my wallet.
Okay.
You can tell the audience what you see here.
Okay, what I see is actually just a standard as you would do with a QR code, and I am approaching the QR. I got my vibrate that I got it.
Okay.
And I'm going to click on Let's Go because, oh, I'm getting 8 cents Sing. So, okay. So $20 in real money. Sending the payment.
Yep. So I get a notification below that. That's an instant credit notification API inbuilt into this app, right? And if, let's say, he and I then have a falling out and I decide, actually, I don't like it so much, I'm going to go into my history. I see this 8 cents. This is my name, and so it's my eWallet. Paid from Stanley Tan, 8 cents. Actually, if I don't like it, I can just refund it straight away. And so instantly, thank you, Dan.
Yep.
With my eWallet, sorry, I'm not showing this to everyone, but that's how it works in Asia at this point in time. Instant payment network, you have a QR generator, you have it inbuilt into a distribution collection system, or an e-commerce website, done.